Welcome into Paul Catalina's Top 5, brought to you by Flag and Anthem. Go to flag.com. Use our promo code 365sports for a discount at checkout. We're going to have a 3-volume Top 5 for the next couple of days. I am going to tell you how I would structurally fix college football. So let's dive right into it. Number 5, decide if the Power 4 and the Group of 6 can actually coexist. The Power 4 has done everything but say out loud that they don't want to deal with the Group of 6. But the problem with that is they made them pay a good chunk of the House settlement, even though the Group of 6 schools were not really the ones who caused the issue. It was much more the Power 4 schools, yet G6 schools are on the hook for it. They needed them to pass the playoff that they have now. They needed all of them because of the current governance structure to do all these things, but they don't really want to have to deal with them. They want all the perks of having them, but none of the sharing or responsibilities. It's like having a dog, but your dad takes it out all the time. You don't feed it, you don't take it out, you don't do all those things, but you do get to say, I've got a dog. Like, that's how they essentially are treating this, and it's not fair to the Group of 6 schools, their alumni, their fans, and their student athletes. And look, let's figure out what the structure is. Let's be honest about the future of it. And if some G6 schools want to move up to the power conferences, tell them what the buy-in is. Tell them what the buy-in is, what they have to do. And if they can do it, great. If they can't do it, great. But stop moving the goalposts on them. It's not right, and it's caused a lot of this animosity. Number 4, let the schools figure out their revenue streams. Everybody needs to take a step back and figure this out. One of the things that keeps happening is they keep asking the fans for more and more money, for NIL, for all these things. But I don't know where all the money in college athletics goes for. If I go to a Chicago Bears game and I buy a ticket to the Chicago Bears and I drink beer and I eat hot dogs and I buy a Caleb Williams jersey, I know that part of that money, whatever fraction, is going to the ownership group of the Bears, the NFL, and all this to fund various things that they do. When I buy a ticket to a college football game right now, I assume it goes to most of that stuff. But then they turn around and ask you for more money, so you wonder, where is all the money going? Why are they in all this debt? Why is private capital like Ocho Capital able to come in and make these partnerships with a school like Utah and potentially others down the line? Well, look, I am against the private capital thing when it comes to college athletics. I just don't think it can lead down a good path in a broad service. Like, some of them might be fine, some of them might be others. It's just how it works in the financial world. Some people are, really good financial geniuses that know how to extract the best out of everything financially and performance-wise, and others are just predatory companies that buy something, bleed it dry, and leave it for dead. And so who knows who all these people are going to be, but the schools have to figure this out, whether it's Utah doing this or SMU founding their own thing, which they've done today, and moving on. This needs to be figured out, and pretty similar across the board, if not completely the same, at least similar in how you're going to do it to keep a truly competitive marketplace. Number 3, universal procedures for conferences. Jim Phillips, pictured here, talked about it today with tiebreakers, and the ACC's has a bad one, but they need, when it comes to tiebreakers, scheduling, this all needs to be universal. It shouldn't have to be worked out an overarching body should say, these are the tiebreakers. They're all the same for everybody, as opposed to the ACC has one, the Big 12 has one, the Mountain West has one, like all these different things on down the line, especially for the Power 4 conferences. They should be determining who their top teams are with the exact same methodology. Because if you're the ACC and you're going to say, for right or wrong, whether you're just as viable a conference as the SEC or Big 10, you can't pick a champion in a correct way, then you really aren't. So everybody needs to mirror one another when it comes to all that. That needs to be done. Number 2, admit players are employees. This is Darian Mensah, the quarterback at Duke. He makes $4 million reportedly to transfer from Tulane to Duke and play football. I don't know about you, but if I'm a professor at Duke and the quarterback is making $4 million, he's a higher paid employee than me. You can call it whatever you want, but at the end of the day, these guys are employees now, and you have to start admitting that and figuring out ways to make it work. Once you do that, a lot of the political things that you want will actually start falling into place because there are pre-existing rules and laws that protect employees. They don't want that because they want to stay in the past where they can kind of control these things, but they don't have control of them now. So any kind of control they would have is only admitting what things are into the future. Number one, get a commissioner. I put Jamie Pollard here. Jamie Pollard said something about hiring Jimmy Rodgers, the loss of Matt Campbell, and the way that coaching contracts work that made me think that he is actually one of the better guys that could have run college football and college athletics as a commissioner. He talked about how contracts don't mean anything. He had to go hire Jimmy Rodgers from Wazoo. Penn State came and hired Matt Campbell from them, and they're paying these buyouts and all that. They don't mean anything. And it doesn't work that way for coaches in any other sport, but it does in college athletics. But he also said, I feel bad about having to do that with Wazoo, but it's the system that we're in. There are not many people in leadership roles in college athletics that will admit a system is bad and then admit that, like, I have no other choice but to operate inside the bad system. Jamie Pollard is as honest a human being as you can have. And in these troubling times when it comes to college athletics, I think you need somebody who can see both sides of this and how to work through it. I think that's a guy like Jamie Pollard. Now, whether that's him or not, but that's the kind of commissioner they need. I want Nick Saban to do it. No. Nick Saban's too big money, too all that. You need someone who's actually run a functional athletic department and had to deal with everything at once, which Iowa State, a Power 4 school with limitations, I think that gives you unique expertise to maybe have a larger role in the leadership of college football. That's just my opinion. Anyway, more on this for the next
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 8887-897777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort, Kansas, pass-through of per-wager tax may apply in Illinois. 21 plus age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction, void in Ontario. Restrictions apply. Bet must win to receive bonus bets, which expire in 7 days. Minimum odds required. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio. Limited time offer.